Yes, peoples. Welcome back to another episode of the Stockroom podcast, where I'm joined by the man them, Bolu and Michael.
Hello.
And our two special guests,
Esteemed individuals.
as I'm going to bring back a word that I used some time ago in Clubhouse. Seasoned guests.
Right.
People who are seasoned in the game.
Yeah.
We have both... Sorry, my mind went blank.
Damn.
We have two members of the panel. Thank you, guys.
Emil and Henry, welcome to the pod.
Thanks for having us.
Of course.
Thank you for taking part.
Yeah. Boys, chat to me. How have you guys been?
You don't want me to start. I'm going to start complaining.
Okay, Michael?
Michael, you start.
I've been good. It's been busy though, but I'm grateful, you know. I'd rather be busy than bored.
Jeez.
Makes sense.
So yeah, living life.
Busy than bored. Episode title. I'm joking. Emil, chat to us. How have you been?
Same old.
Hear it.
That's such a dad answer.
Wow, and it begins.
What are you, Henry? How are you?
Aye.
Okay.
What are you saying, bro? Keep it short and sweet.
Iman, how are you?
I've been good. Started work. Okay, I started work last week, but yeah, it's nice to go somewhere that you're loved.
Right.
But it's time to leave.
Yeah.
You've been planned on them for a while. It's time to go.
If you guys are watching, love you all.
Take it back.
It's
I'm only joking. I'm just joking.
it's time to go, man. But yeah, Bolu.
So, where do I begin? So,
Soon.
as you can hear, hay fever
Yeah, I can't
has
hate
started.
Do you,
It's beating me.
no?
But I've got blocked
Oh, I
nose.
get it bad.
Is
I
it
get it so bad, yeah.
Damn.
like you're finished for like the whole day?
Absolutely done up.
Yeah. It's like, you know where it's just like somebody's just poking you in the back. You just feel it at the back.
Oh,
of the
okay.
neck. Someone's just poking. Yeah, it's like that.
Do you
So-
take tablets or is it
No, I
nasal
take
spray?
honey.
Honey?
Local honey, yeah.
Just honey.
Honey, yeah. It helps.
What about those tablets they recommend on social media? I saw some of them work.
So,
Not even Puritan, there's another one.
Puritan is for the small boys.
Olivia.
That one. That one's a serious
Have you
one.
had Olivia?
No, I had Olivia, no.
You need to get Olivia.
Olivia's the
It will
serious one.
alleviate your sinuses.
That
Facts.
just
So-
sounds dangerous. Have you seen those things, those videos on YouTube, not YouTube, sorry, on Instagram, where the people are just flushing their noses?
Yes.
Should you be doing that?
No.
I want to.
Apparently it
I
helps
need to
with,
do it.
Yeah.
It cleans your sinuses and whatnot.
Yeah.
Yeah, apparently.
Reminds me of waterboarding. Go on.
So, Olivia don't work for me anymore.
Okay.
You got
Anymore.
too used to it.
My body got too used to it.
Right.
So I was like, it's time to step it up. Obviously, Olivia's like, it's fexofenadine, innit? 120 milligrams. So,
All of that, yeah.
Holy hell, all right,
Like-
Breaking Bad.
Yeah, man gets you still, yeah.
there's 180 like prescription only in it. So like, cool. I fill in my
So what? Brabus G-Wagon.
I fill in the online application so I can get my drugs now. Basically,
Oh,
I need to.
you need to actually fill an application for it.
It's like, so I can do an online consultation instead of booking a appointment with my GP. So I do it, yeah, and I put in like, I've already used over the counter stuff. I've been using nasal sprays, and I've already been prescribed the fexofenadine. Just give me more. All I need is some more.
You sound like a fiend.
I am a fiend.
Please,
right
sir.
now. I need some more. And it's like, bro, I'm not itching my neck. I'm just itching my eyes now. Like,
Right.
Heck, it's crazy. Go on.
Right.
but so
This guy said, itching my neck.
you know I'm flustered, bro. But yeah, they respond to me in like 5 minutes, telling me, oh,
Guys, Jumpman Jack. Jumper Jack.
Aye. But we've never been allegation.
Alright,
I'm
cool,
not.
sorry.
It's
go
okay. They respond to me saying, oh, I can just go buy some over the counter. And they had the audacity to send me a link with instructions of how to use a nasal spray. That was your recommendation for me.
Yeah. Actually, no, let me not. Go on. Yeah. Great service.
Yeah. And then work, gosh.
Go on.
I thought of
long and short, please.
I've thought of an analogy to make it make sense.
Go on.
So let's say let's say you're Nike, yeah.
This could be very bad.
No, it's not. Hear me out. I thought well and hard.
Yeah, but that doesn't.
No, let me land. And you got a Nike by you in it. You do Nike by you. Okay. Yeah, that's the service you offer.
Okay.
And someone has created some dunks and they've put in a gum sole. Yeah.
Okay.
And then after you've made the shoe and it's about to be shipped, they've said, I don't want a gum sole. I want a blue sole.
Okay.
And then you're like, I can't really do that. I already made it and I'm about to send it. But then your boss is like, no, we can do that. But it's you doing it. But I've already made it. So what am I meant to do? They're not telling you what you're meant to do. But then they're like, why haven't you made it blue? But it's gum.
Sugar.
And then when you've somehow made it blue, you basically dyed the gum sole blue. You're about to send it. And they're
I
like,
want it gum.
I don't even want, no. They're like, furthermore, why are you sending me a dunk? I don't even like dunks. Send me a New Balance 1906. I'm like, what?
Fairs.
That is work. That is work right now.
Dark.
Wow.
That's my job
Big up the train lines.
each and every time.
Sounds dark.
Anyways,
No specific ones.
Hey.
Yeah. Anyways, let's move on to what's on feet.
go.
Quickly.
Time is of the essence. Let's start
is of the
with Emil. How about you start?
How do you guys do this? Do you put your feet up? Do you
No,
just
just
do
Wait,
it?
so we do
that bit,
a
yeah.
video B-roll after as well. Yeah.
Actually, I don't have your editing skills, so you know. Trying to be like you, bro.
I got the J-Tips Saucony. What's the occasions?
Nice.
Jeez.
Nice.
Great shoe.
Did you, out of interest, prefer these to the bluish greenish ones?
I like them both the same, but I didn't have enough money for both. You know, kids.
Yeah, I hear it.
I was on the train the other
Allocations.
day and there was some West Ham fans cussing my shoes.
Oh,
Yeah. So,
Why?
Oh, look, he's got a packet of Haribos on the back of his shoes.
But are they not? It's very similar colours to the.
Harry Potter.
Yeah, I don't get it, but
That's not your friend.
I can't lie. Wait, was it just one person or was there a group of them?
No, there was 5 of them.
Yeah, don't worry, man. Yeah, I've got Haribos. Those EastEnders are crazy. Anyways, Michael,
My
chat
cue.
to us.
I am wearing the Skepta Puma Forevers in the released colorway, globally released colorway,
Yeah.
iridescent signs. Yeah.
I have on the Air
Continue.
Jordan, something like that. That's crazy. Air Jordan 4 Georgetowns. Pick them up each and every time. Yeah.
Military blues, industrial blues.
Actually, they might as well be Georgetowns.
Yeah.
I've got on the not for resale.
Right. You're right.
Gym Red Air Jordan ones.
Right. You're
I'm
right.
so happy I got these and I didn't fall into the hype of that stupid. Just what does it say?
They were vibey
Not
though.
for sale.
Yeah, I like them.
Yeah, but you're hype beast, so.
No,
Whoa.
but he liked them. So
Yeah.
what then?
But you have big feet. That's even more of a problem.
What?
How is that
How
relative?
does it even make sense?
Wait, you two are the same size. What size fit are you?
10.5, 11.
Okay, yeah, don't worry.
God damn it.
He's like
You
15.
know, not for resales yet. If the shoe was bigger, was the font bigger on the shoe?
I don't know. Oh, to be fair, I've seen size 10s of them before, and it looked like it was relative, but I haven't seen smaller sizes to know. But I would assume that would probably, like, if you've got a size 6 versus a size 10, they'll probably have to, you know,
That's it. The size is italics.
slim it down a little.
The size 10 is 72 font.
Right, right. Put that one in Times New Roman. What you got on foot today, Henry?
Mr. Adidas Equipment EQT collab with Foot Patrol.
Oh.
Jeez, big up Foot Patrol.
Collab footwear. Hey, speaking of Foot Patrol,
What,
1906?
Oh, I'm there.
Clean.
I'm
you
not
seen
there.
them?
Yeah,
What do you
That's-
think of them?
nice.
Clean, man.
That's a lovely pair
Not
of
for
shoes.
me, but I can appreciate a good pair of shoes.
No, they're clean. Yeah.
It's just pushing the agenda I started with at the beginning of the year.
What was their agenda?
What was the
His
agenda?
1906 agenda, how they're going to keep going.
Yep.
I feel like that is their flagship shoe for
Yeah.
this year.
I told them they didn't want to listen.
We'll get
No
into
one
that.
listen.
We'll get into that. I don't feel like it is, but we'll get into that. I feel like it's another shoe.
Yep.
What shoe
it
do you
is.
think? What shoe do you
Oh,
think? Wait,
I
say,
had a conversation the other day. It is.
say at the same time. 3, 2, 1.
We'll keep-
1000s.
Yeah. One
But we'll
pound.
talk about it later.
Yeah.
Okay.
I disagree.
Let's get into these two shoes that we have here. Thank you to our lovely guests who have brought in.
Shoes that mean something to them.
Yes. So Henry,
Yo.
would you like to start off with your shoe of a moment?
Yeah.
Blacklisted.
Those that know me know I have a thing for Flyknits. So my shoe is the Flyknit Racer
Favourite
from
tech
USA. Yep, favorite tech. Bought those shoes on my birthday when they came out.
When's your
In
birthday?
25th Feb.
Okay. When's your birthday?
July.
Okay. Good, wait.
No one's reading my charts in the comments.
They're the first shoes that I took abroad with me to my then girlfriend, now wife.
Okay,
Key.
that's it. That's the story done. That's a great story. Go ahead.
Yeah, they're just
So,
great. They're just a great, sentimental. They're just
Do
a
you run
great
in them
pair of
as
shoes.
well, or you just kind of lounge in them?
So those particularly lounge, but I had other pairs that I would run in at the time. But now they've kind of crossed over into lifestyle. You don't see
Yeah.
people running those anymore.
Yeah.
Had a big time. What 2015, 16, 16 around that time.
16.
What, when they came out?
No,
No, what they had the whole.
a period
wave.
where there were actual performance shoes.
Oh, right, yeah.
Because I think it was 2014, 15 that people were really into them, especially.
Yeah.
We spoke about off pod the multicolored Flyknit Racer, and I think there was a black and white.
Which version?
The
Because you know there were 3 versions of the multicolours.
oh okay, I think it was 2.
Is that the blue one? The bluish one?
Bluish one
With the
that
green,
moves,
the clays and whatnot.
it's like bluish, but it like moves into like a whitish pink. I'm trying to remember it. There was that one, and then there was a predominantly pinkish color, but I can't remember which one that was. And I'm going how many years back?
Kanye wore the trainer, wasn't it? It wasn't the Racer.
Yeah, he wore the trainer.
Yeah, I think it was trainer. Yeah.
Black and white.
And then that's when they sold out.
White and black. Yeah.
I think this was around Alpha Boost. Around that time.
I feel Alpha Boost came after 2013, 2014. This was 2012. But the tech, the upper, Primeknit, Flyknit, that was 2011, 2012.
That Nike's still trying to sue Adidas for.
Basically, yeah.
Does that still going?
I'm sure. I think
Yes,
Fine,
it's still an online case.
Do you remember that knitted runner that they did not too long ago, where it was almost like plastic? It was like super thin.
where?
Adidas or Nike?
Adidas.
No, Nike. And then they went nowhere with the tech afterwards. It was like a greeny orange iridescent.
Is this the one that is like 97% recycled?
Yeah. And
Oh,
shit
the
like slow as well.
hyper something. Remember?
Oh, the
I feel like I
recycled,
remember.
the pink.
The
It came
the-
pink and no, not pink. It was like orange and pinkish, and they had 001, 002,
Yeah.
003,
Yeah,
004.
yeah.
No, that's the
Space
that's
Junkie.
the space hippies.
Oh, yeah,
Space
Space
That's
Junkie.
basically.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll find a picture. I'll send them to you. You'll be
Cool.
like, fuck. But yeah, they were like black, orangey, green, two-tone. But yeah,
No, but it escapes me.
I'll find a picture. Whatever.
Flyknit Racers get a lot of love though, because like one of my managers previous, he has like similar to you a serious collection of them just because they were that important. Anytime they restock, he'll be there, so grab another one. So
Do you know what's funny as well? Do you remember when somebody made a custom of them? So they took the Flyknit Racer upper and stuck it on the Air Max 1 sole.
Yes.
And everybody was like, no, Nike needs to drop these, right? And then I think it was maybe a year or two ago, they took the Flyknit Racer upper and put it on one of the new Air Max soles, and everybody was like, the fuck is this?
Fair enough.
Hey.
Yeah, it's a great shoe for the moment. Kind of reminds me of how the React 87 had its own moment as well. Obviously, this was a bigger moment than that shoe.
yeah,
But
pretty
yeah.
heavy.
I think it's the last big moment Nike have had.
You think so?
Since, yeah. I don't think there's anything following the whole release of Flyknit that's had a watershed moment or a big splash, so to speak.
Yeah, because I feel like everything after felt like it came in the wake of this.
Yes.
Like Flyknit Air Forces, Flyknit Jordans, I get what you're saying completely.
Flyknit Jordans. You remember how?
Ew.
Some of them are bad,
Okay,
you know.
you know
Gary.
what? Okay, cool. Hear me out. No, you didn't like it.
Did you?
Flyknit high top.
Some of them were
feel like-
alright.
I feel feel
Oh no,
like
the Air Force Ones
With the strap?
With the strap. God damn.
multicolored.
I ain't gonna hold you. There was something there.
I had the white ones, yeah, with the strap on. Hey, that shit was crispy. Oh my god.
See, they were all right.
Yeah.
The Jordan 3
Ooh.
Flyknits.
See, once you said
they were
Jordan,
certain particular models.
Assurances.
what?
The fours were horrible.
Fours were horrible.
The
Threes were
threes?
great. Your white ones, they were chef's
Yeah.
kiss. And then some of them, you're just like, what are you doing?
Why?
I feel like they should have released more colors of the ones. Like obviously they did the Royals,
Yep.
the Breads,
Yep.
and the Shadows. I feel like they could have done more.
No, they should have not done any. And when you were talking about ones, I thought you was about Air Force Ones.
No.
Well, I was gonna
Go
agree
on,
with
bro.
you until you started talking about
hate
shadows and breads and rubbish,
They
man.
shouldn't have done that.
That should not have stepped outside of mainline Nike.
But to go back to what you're saying, I would have said the Vapor Max would have been.
No, I disagree. Yeah, I disagree.
Do you feel like because of the longevity of it, or?
I look at Flyknit Racers, Flyknit trainers, and at the time when they dropped, I said to myself, future classics. Because of not so much the announcement in terms of where it dropped, just the shape, the tech, everything. It's just something about the shoe that, to me, even now when we're talking about it, it stands up. The shoes that you've mentioned literally moments ago in terms of the Jordan 1 Flyknits and all the others that we laugh at, it doesn't. And that's it. That, for me, that is the source right there.
Yeah.
If you could make a shoe, like the shoe that we're going to talk about in a moment, Emil's shoe, that stands up to the test of time, that you can look back on that shoe fondly, then you've done your job.
I can still say so.
See, the thing with when the Flyknit Racer came out, Nike was going through a period where they had a bit of a lull in their running business. So what they started doing was they started producing shoes. I think the Lunar Glide was one of the first shoes that they started doing with that. But what they started trying to do was making shoes that you couldn't just wear for performance, but you could also start tapping into the casual wear market as well.
Athleisure kind of side thing.
And I think that's where that kind of, not the peak, but I think that was probably where that really shone, because it was,
The niche.
people were wearing performance sneakers casually a lot more. But I think now, as far as moments go, if you take it back, the Elliot Kipchoge, how the fuck do you pronounce his name?
Yeah,
Elliot Kipchoge.
Kipchoge.
That
Oh yeah.
guy.
Yes.
The
Now
runner.
him, the breaking two, a man doing a marathon in less than 2 hours. That moment, I think that's the moment after this one for running, because Nike completely pulled it back in terms of performance, and it was just solely performance. You know what I mean? So I think that would be the follow-up moment to that.
Okay.
I was gonna say, because if you was to think about, obviously you said the Flyknit Racer, but don't forget with the Vapor Max. Obviously, I'm gonna say that because that's my favorite silhouette. Just putting that out there.
Really?
I really liked it.
Okay.
I think it held a specific moment in my life around that 2017 time where I saw it and I was like, oh my gosh, when I was already working in JD, and to what came of it, of that, I think that was probably one of the first silhouettes that Nike said, you know what, I'm going to drop this on a 110, or I'm going to drop this on a 97, or I'm going to drop this on different silhouettes because of how well the Vapor Max was doing at the time. And the fact that it was just new technology. Obviously now we have like the DN. It's the end of the time of that 2017 moment. So that's why I feel like it could be, or it is probably as strong as this. But then again, those are two very different eras. You could give more testament to the Flyknit Racer, and I would give more testament to that, because those are the two differences in our eras. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah, 100%.
Did you hear about loads of people falling down the stairs in the
Yeah.
Vapor Max?
Yeah.
'Cause their feet were
My
golden.
bubble popped.
Oh, wow.
Because when you step, your feet go like.
I rolled
It's
my
bad.
ankles
Like-
on that shoe. Oh my gosh,
It's
terrible.
It's bad. It's like wearing studs on
Yes.
concrete,
Yeah,
Yeah.
basically.
because you can hear it as well.
I am surprised that there weren't more lawsuits against Nike for them.
Yeah, it was.
Do you know there was only two models that I actually liked?
Go on.
The first one with the grey with the red swoosh, the
Yeah,
original,
Yeah.
and the clock.
Oh, the clock was the hot red.
The hot red. Really strong shoe.
Was that was laceless? Or was
No,
that
it's lace.
No, they-
lace.
yeah,
Oh yeah,
they
the
were
laces were black with the black.
But
Yeah.
that colour pop, man.
And then I think they went acronym. I think they acronymed it.
Yeah, Acronym did a pair as well.
Yeah.
Off
Acronym
white
Friends
as well.
and Family ones where the air unit was chromed out.
Yes.
Is it?
Yeah, they were Friends and Family. You can get them, but they were nice.
Because of time, let's move on.
Sorry.
Yeah, speaking,
Sorry.
No, that's
speaking
fine.
of future classics and collaborations, Emil, let's get into your shoe on the table.
So this is
The Skepta
nobody
Air
called them the
Tuned
celery
Max.
back then. But
Which is weird.
This is basically I had a conversation with Gary Warnett, rest in peace, when he came into Nike Lab when I was working there, and he helped Skepta design the shoe. And basically, Skepta was like, you know what? There's the shoe that I remember. It was iridescent, but I can't remember what it was called. And Gary knew exactly what it was. It's like, that was the Air Tuned Max. So then that was why that shoe became the muse for the '97 collaboration that he had, because he liked that shoe so much. But yeah, for me, I picked this up when I was living out in I stayed in the States for about 6 months and picked the shoe up, and that shoe just reminds me of my time out there. I picked these up, I was playing basketball there, I picked these up just to wear off court, and then I had the Flight Posit to wear on court.
Such a
Steady.
banner
And both
of
of them had a
shoe.
similar material to that, so I felt like a fucking bad man. Put one on, put the other one on. But yeah, that's why the shoe's close to my heart, man. I just got good memories with the shoe.
Yeah, great
Fair.
colorway, great shoe.
Fair.
Great in general. Moving on to shoes and conversations, I want to quickly get into the panel, as you guys are as an entity. I just want to talk about where it started, because for me, the first I heard of you guys was lockdown.
And the Panini.
Big up Alex Vass. I remember we made the room that we used to host our conversations in.
The Stockroom
The Stockroom,
Sundays.
yeah, Stockroom
What time?
Sundays room. And then Alex Mitchell was like, yo, have you heard of these guys? They talk a lot about obviously shoes, but they talk more on, I think it was Facebook at the time.
Facebook groups.
Yeah, you guys talk a lot more on Facebooks. Facebook.
You said Air Facebook.
multiple Facebooks.
Fairs.
But yeah, you guys should like tap in with them and then reach out to them and have a conversation with them. I was like, okay, cool. And then I think a couple of weeks went on, and then we started seeing you guys, and then obviously that's when we started interacting, and we had rooms, or you would be in our rooms or be in your rooms, vice versa.
Yeah, I think the first person that actually joined the room from you lot was you. I saw Henry, and obviously we didn't know your name at the time. It was just blacklisted. I was like, who the heck is man?
Who's this Skepta wannabe?
Wow,
take it a
Skepta
bit.
wannabe.
Go on.
So then I saw the name and I was like, ah, cool, let me go to the Instagram. So I've gone to the Instagram now, and I see your Instagram, and I see obviously the panel in your bio. I'm like, okay, this is interesting, because in a sense, you lot were operating in a space that we were looking to enter. In that kind of, I'm not saying that we hadn't entered already, but it kind of gave a bit more context to what we were trying to do. And so then you joined, and then I think Emil must have joined at some point, and Rain came through at some point.
Rain came on Bang and Dance. I'm joking.
Rain came through,
Wow.
and I think it was a conversation around fours.
Cha in the back. I'm joking.
Because the off-white fours on the pandemic, didn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it did.
So I feel like it was around them times there where we started seeing you guys a bit more, and then you guys had your people from like the States hopping into rooms, and we were listening to your rooms midweek, and we'll be on the weekend, and it was like a thing.
In a random Brum accent. Yeah.
And then oh yeah, shout out Shirley.
Big up Shirley, bro.
Shout out Shirley.
Hey, he's so funny.
Big up Shirley.
Wait. Could you understand what you were saying half of the time?
No, I couldn't.
I was in Birmingham at some point in time. I can understand what
we
you're
went to
saying.
Uni and Cobb, so Cobb and Birm's like 20 seconds away from me.
Literally, so we had an idea,
Yeah.
but when you got onto it, it just made it funny.
Yeah.
And then one time, I think me and Bobby must have joined. I think Eman might not have been available or something, and we all raised our hands to go on stage. And then we
It was at work.
got brought on, and then we were just sitting there, and we were just like, oh, like the conversation was around like the next generation versus like
Yeah.
what was going on.
Gosh,
Bloody
yes.
hell.
And then we were like, oh, like But I mean, this is like the perfect time for us to, you know,
Announce
For our
yourselves.
2 pence in.
yeah, and share some opinions. Then we started talking, and you guys were like, you know what? I don't really agree with like what the next generation have got going on. But you guys seem like you're alright. Was that cool? And at that point, that was like
Pass the vibe check.
like you know that meme, yeah, where it's like the Crips and the Bloods hold a flag. It's like you man. And I thought that's when we like properly locked in, and it's been love from there. So
But
yeah.
how did you
Pass
guys?
the vibe check.
How was that from your perspective?
I'm feeling my age.
Yeah. Now, do you know what? Yeah, there's times where you can see what people are about in it, and you guys seem like you were about the kicks, and you guys seem like you were about just enjoying them. You know.
You were genuine. There was a level of authenticity about your work.
And
Sorry.
I mean, we were having this conversation earlier. There's multiple facets of the sneaker community, right? You like one thing, you like one thing. You like the other thing, you like the other thing. And I think, you know, what you guys are into just aligns with how we enjoy sneakers. So I think that's why it was easy for us to get behind you guys. No homo.
No,
Balls!
no, we're a bunch of grown men.
It was a perfect run.
Let's
Chop it.
We got you in the edit.
staying in.
Same way E-Man's taking out my reference mistake about the deluxes.
Oh
Hey, man.
no, that's staying in.
Hey, reference. But obviously, anyway, we'll get back to that.
Okay, yeah, we'll get to that.
We'll get back to that.
But I want to know how you guys basically grew your conversation and grew your following.
We didn't answer the first question. How did we come about?
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah.
Very quickly.
How do we come about? I started putting up. I was just like, you know what? Yeah, sneaker community seems a bit
Yeah.
dry at the moment. So I just started throwing in questions up on my Facebook
Facebook.
What year was this?
Facebook status.
Hey.
2017.
17.
Okay, so pre-Off-White.
Yeah.
Around
Okay.
abouts, yeah.
And then I was just tagging everybody, like anyone who was like, okay, cool, this guy's to do with sneaker community. Just get everybody to throw in an opinion. And then off the back of that, we met up. A whole bunch of us decided to meet up and have a drink up and stuff.
July
And then-
2017.
Fucking hell, all right, Rain Man.
Oh, what, was it your birthday?
No, it wasn't my birthday.
No, it was just.
No, it
Oh,
was
no,
just
but
all- yeah, we
you know his
literally
birthday is just July.
It's just July.
It was just July.
But yeah, and then off the back of that, we started having more conversations. So we threw together a Facebook group, and then just grew from there.
Fair.
Fair enough.
But yeah, it's just a bunch of guys getting together enjoying sneakers.
Yeah.
So I was just gonna say, I think the backdrop behind that, from what I remember, was a time where, for me personally, the culture had lost its vim in terms of the passion. It was literally all about, what can I get for this? What's the resale on that? And it was weird because you arguably say that sneaker culture then wasn't even at its peak. It was growing, but it wasn't at its peak, and already we're having various conversation or divisions in regards to what the culture looks like and so on and so forth. So the timing's everything, and I felt the time in which the panel was created was a great time in terms of reviving that conversation in regards to what shoes actually means to us, the memories we have of shoes growing up, and just trying to foster a sense of community and just being authentic about it, in terms of talking about shoes that are coming out, shoes that have come in the past, our thoughts and issues in regards to quality control, design, and so on and so forth, and just it being I guess the panel really being a melting pot for people to come in and throw in their 2 pence worth.
And why the name?
The panel, why the name?
Just because everybody. I was working for a brand at the time, innit? And I was just like,
I like that.
I feel like at the time I felt like I was being dictated to, not just by that brand, but
Wait. Continue.
but other brands as well, what I should be buying and what I should like. And I was like, no, fuck this, man. I decide what I like. So it's like,
I'm not
okay,
leaving.
who decides? The panel decides. Fuck it with the panel.
Okay.
But I think a lot of people take it out of context as well, because the panel isn't just us. The panel was meant to be everybody.
You guys have been referring to how the reason that you guys started the panel essentially was because the sneaker industry or the community kind of dried up essentially. So what do you think changed in the community from you guys' point of view for it to have been where it was at its peak for you guys, or it was more enjoyable and it started to essentially decline to the point where you're like, we need to bring the community back up?
Do you want to answer or should I answer? I think
I've got my thoughts on it, but I want to hear what you have to say first.
I think Emil mentioned elements of it in terms of the dictatorial behaviour of brands in terms of them dictating what we should wear rather than us, the kids on the street, telling brands what is cool. I think there's that. I've mentioned as well elements of that conversation not really being had, and the conversation that was being had is, what can I get for resale on these? How much are these worth? Rather than just buying shoes and enjoying shoes for what they are. And I think to coincide with that as well, for me personally, I've been around, sneakers have been part of my life, but in terms of sneaker culture itself, I'd say early 2000, where I was with the community back then. It was all about the shoes. It wasn't about passion. It was always about finding information in terms of where you can get shoes from, limited releases, and just conversation around models and so on and so forth. And that kind of, I don't want to use the word dried up, but that conversation was less being had.
But don't you think it was so narcissistic back then?
It was.
It was so
narcissistic. It
narcissistic.
absolutely was. And I think that was what I would call the gatekeeping element to it, because of the narcissism that was going on. So that would put off, like, if people back then just thought we were freaks because we were queuing up for shoes. Like, who queues up for shoes?
It was also the people who were like, I've got this shoe, you haven't got it. Look at me.
There was that as well. Yeah, there was that.
Oh, where'd you get them from? Oh, don't worry about that. I promise.
Hey.
But to be fair, you say that though, but it was like,
The shop
if one person had, if one person did have a pair of shoes, like, you couldn't, not that you couldn't have the shoes, but it was code that you had to get. You couldn't have those shoes because someone else had them, even though it was fresh. But you feel away, like, okay, you are wearing, maybe, I don't know, I'll pull it out anyway. You're wearing the Skeptas. How would you feel if one of your boys bought those shoes and wore them the same time as you?
Obviously, it'll be like a bit like, like we're in the same shoes. But at the same time, like, I've got friends who have bought shoes off the back of seeing them on me, and I look at it, I'm like, I'm grateful, like, that I was able to show something in the light.
Emmanuel looks like he wants to say
No.
Because you know what I'm talking about. But it's not just one person.
Not even that.
Yeah.
Not even that. I was gonna make a joke, but continue.
Oh no, I mean, does he serious?
Nah, I know.
No, like, I'm grateful for the fact that I was able to put the shoe in a context where you looked at it and thought, actually, I wasn't vibing on this before, but now I'd actually like
Pass
to buy
the
it.
vibe check.
But now I'd actually buy it, and you've gone and bought it. Like, that gives me a level of joy. But I also get the fact that some people are like, like, if somebody gets shoes, the same shoes as me, like, why are you copying me? Get your info. But like, who said they're gonna put it on the same way as you? You could do an all black thing and wear your crepes, and that person could decide to put colours in. You're wearing two different fits.
True, but you're still buying.
Yeah.
You wouldn't feel away.
Nah, you're spending your money, innit?
different mindset, man.
I think this kind of loosely tied into a conversation that you had on your Insta around boutiques, in the sense of now everything is everywhere, whereas back in the day, or I don't want to say back in the day like that, but a couple years back.
Call us old without calling us old.
No, because I'm also affected by the same thing in terms of, like, you can go to you can go to like, I don't know, Shoreditch, you can go to Soho, you can go to specific stores where they only are curated to specific shoes that you won't necessarily get in other stores because that's what they have. Like you might go to what's this skate shop?
What, Route 1?
Yeah, you might go to Route 1 and find a pair of black and white Dunks. SB Dunks. Gum sole, just standard.
Yeah.
That's standard for them. But you live in, I don't know, North London, and you have a local shop there that are specific to Air Maxes or like Asian exclusive Air Maxes or something like that. You go and ask the person, oh yeah, where did you get it from? They'd be like, okay, cool. I don't want to tell you where I got it from because it's so curated and this is so specific. Whereas it's also the same in another store. But nowadays, where you sell Dunks is the same place you sell Air Maxes, is the same place you sell Jordans. So I don't feel like it's a thing of you can really gatekeep in that sense. Because if you want to get a shoe that's come out recently, I don't know, the Elkins that came out, there's like 4 or 5 shops that do the shoe. Obviously, the shoe's limited, so it's probably a bad thingy.
No, but even like when you think of like, for example, store exclusives, like JD exclusives or side exclusives. Like, for example, a JD exclusive, call this exclusive, but how many JDs can you mention within like a specific radius? So, for example, like Central London or like South London. How many JDs can you drive past in 40 minutes?
Yeah.
How exclusive really is it, you know?
I don't think that's in that sense because it's still a JD shoe.
No, it is, but what I'm saying is like accessibility to what you're saying. It's so much more.
Because now if there was only one JD in the UK, for example, and it's a JD exclusive, like it would emphasize that bit of exclusivity a lot more than how many JDs can we name? Like,
and it's like you think now of like transport connections, the ease of going from one place to another. Like there's so much more ways to get around London, and even if you're not trying to go in London to Manchester or Birmingham or something to pick up a pair of crepes, it's doable. The journey's not mad like that.
It's not expensive
It's expensive to a degree, but like the accessibility is there.
Yeah, it's easier. It's easier to be wearing the same shoes as somebody else. And if it's somebody else wearing the same, if you worry about somebody else, I'm telling you now, there's a guy that's wearing the shoe completely horribly somewhere down the road, choking up bunny hoop, choking up the laces. So,
because like even we all 3 of us got the military blues. Bully's wearing them today. I could wear them next week. E-Man could wear them the week after that. We could wear them the same day. We're not gonna put on the same. So like none of us are stressed.
Wait. Question though.
Go on.
Because this has not happened yet. No. Do you know what I'm gonna ask?
I don't know what you're gonna ask.
If we would wear crepes in the same, if we all wore the same crepes to the studio.
Yeah. What happens then?
Spider-Man meme.
Just firm it. Just firm it. No one's gonna feel the type of way. No one's gonna be like, oh, why did...
Are you gonna feel the type of way?
No, but I'm gonna say like, because you know there's times when we step out and it's like, oh, what are you wearing? Because
no, but we know where we're going.
I feel like I grew out of that. And like it still hits me a bit, but in a sense of I don't wear. Oh, this sounds very snobbish.
Go on.
But I don't wear shoes that a lot of people would wear. So it's like I don't.
Big baller.
Union Dunk boy.
So you're saying you don't have similar taste to...
oh, we don't. We
Black
have very different
noir.
It's not even the slightest.
No, we have overlap.
We have overlaps.
There's slight shoes that, you know, that it's a universal cop.
Yeah.
And there's also overlaps between 2 people.
Yeah. But we all have very different styles.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like until last year.
He's a 32 and wears jeans that are like a 37 or a 38.
No, I wear 32 jeans.
And
it just hangs.
They just drape.
It just hangs correctly.
Extra material.
But
that's an extra material.
no, but I was gonna say, like for example, soccer knees. Cool. When I got my first pair, I wasn't really vibing with them. The second pair, I got them, and we were all like, "Yo, this is a good shoe." To the point where you even went to Foot Patrol, and we're like, "You know what? There's some colorways there that I'm seeing, and they make a lot of sense."
The crystal curves.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
TT. Everyone had the same reaction when they saw that.
So it's like
That was my shoe of the year last year.
Is it?
it was a strong shoe, a very strong shoe. But it's like there's some shoes like that where it's not our normal, cup of tea, but we're now here. and it's like, actually, you know what? That's a steady one. I would buy that. So, yeah, we have our overlaps and we also have our differences.
Because of time, I want to get back into it. What do you both feel, or how do you both feel about the? Do you have something to say?
No, you're good.
Did we even answer the last question?
No, we didn't.
That
What was the last
I thought we did.
tangent.
Sorry.
I don't know, but I was
I was gonna say, how do you guys feel about the state of shoes or sneakers right now?
You
Why'd
can't
you say
answer.
it like that?
on sneakers.
Yeah.
The app.
No.
No, generally.
The footwear scene.
Footwear. Okay, I'm gonna use the term footwear.
Wait, what's the question?
How do you feel about footwear and the space right now in terms of what's come out, the trends, what you like, what you don't like, and what you see?
My take has completely changed. I've reined it all back just because I felt like I was getting to the point where there was too many shoes, and I felt like, you know, I started to panic. It's like, shit, I want that shoe, but then I want that shoe as well. What do I do? And I was like, you know, fuck it, I'm not buying either.
Fair.
And then up until recently, it got to the point where I could just wait, and all of the stuff that I actually wanted all went on sale. So I was like,
Fair.
cool. So how it is right now. I know a lot of people have been complaining about the state of the sneaker industry. Well, the state of sneakers in general. I love it. Everything I'm getting is cheaper. I've got kids, man. I got to buy cheaper shoes.
Fair. Do you feel like you became more and more niche as your time as a collector has gone on, and that's why maybe you're
Not niche. I'll tell you what happened, and I think a lot of people are guilty of this, but probably won't admit to it. Is I got lost in the hype very recently. Well, I say very recently. From I want to say maybe between 2018 coming up to maybe last year.
Sounds like an AA class.
Mate, bro, honestly, because this is the thing. I've got my taste of shoes. He'll tell you I like ugly shoes, innit? I love ugly shoes. Anything that's different, if it's got a story, if it's got just one tiny detail that points out, I love that shoe, and I don't care. I don't give a fuck who likes it
So
or
you
not.
like Ispos
I
and
like the
stuff.
shoe, but then they got to the point where it's like, I gotta have
Yeah,
this.
he's
gotta
an
have
Espo
that.
man.
And yeah, so now how it is, I love it because I'm in a good space where I only get just what I want, and it's always in sale.
What was your last cop?
What was my last card? My last sale cop was the New Balance Warped Runner.
Oh
Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
OG
yeah.
colorway.
Okay.
Fair.
And I've just seen that there's a Chinese New Year colorway which is
Okay.
black and grey, and they bang.
Is it?
And they're still in stock, so I'm gonna wait until they hit sale.
That's a good
Fairs.
shoe. It's a very very obviously it's a new shoe, but it's a good shoe. I liked it.
Banging shoe.
I loved it. It's just something that I didn't see myself. I could appreciate, as you said earlier. I can appreciate it from afar. So, question to you, same question. How do you feel about footwear?
I echo what he said. I got lost in the hype source. I think the space, for me personally, it's great. Like Camille, I've got a kid. Can't be spending top dollar on shoes. Although I say that, I sound a hypocrite saying that. That the last 3 pairs of shoes I've bought, I've paid full whack for them.
Fair.
But they're shoes that I like. It's almost like I've returned to who I am or who I was when buying shoes, rather than just buying every hype shoe left, right, centre.
You went on the journey to go and find yourself.
No, I found myself.
pilgrimage.
I found myself. Then I got lost.
Right.
Then I recalibrated myself,
Right.
and then
Right.
You went to church.
yes, I went to church. Man, I went to
Praise
church.
God.
Out of curiosity, what were the 3 shoes that you paid full price for?
Footscapes. There's a pair of Footscapes. I don't think it's got much airplay. Crisp white Footscapes. You can get them in End, Slam Jam, BSTN. Anyway, I paid full whack for them because I thought, I'll wear them in Paris, but the weather wasn't saying. So
Yeah.
them, the 86 Volt.
Oh yeah. The blue with the Volt sole.
Yes,
Ugly shoe.
that.
Yeah.
What shoe?
But that's the beauty. That's the beauty of the space that we're in. That,
MX 186.
but do you know what? I mean, that Air Max 1 is pretty much my silhouette. That's my shoe.
Fair.
So, not everything, but
The
most.
86 model.
86 full
Yeah,
buckle.
why not?
Why, brother?
Why not?
Whack.
Why
That
not?
is a big
Brother,
window.
Why not?
Okay, so what was the third one?
'Cause we're about
The
to-
cow print,
we're about to judge you
Footscapes.
hard.
Yeah.
that's such a
But
man.
and I lamented paying for whack, not realize, because I thought at the time, we're still in the mindset of just get them now because they're not going to go and
Right,
sell them.
right.
Not realizing, like, literally 6 weeks later, I could have got them for £100.
Damn.
Fair.
And I actually felt, and to be fair, when I had a moan at Emil, I was like, why the heck did I pay 100? Was it 165 or whatever it was I paid?
Yeah,
And
It was
he-
the Air Max. The Air Max
Yeah.
they got to him.
and then no, but he actually made a valid point. He turned around to me and said, "You weren't to know. You weren't to know that they weren't going to sell
Yeah,
out.
true.
You weren't to know that they were going to
It was
drop in
sneakers day
sell."
that dropped.
Yeah, it was
Officially.
sneakers
But
Yeah.
now, looking at the landscape to answer this, the initial question, it's great. I don't have to stress buying shoes, knowing that in the next few weeks we've got the summer sale. All of the shoes that have come out big at the top of the year, they'll must be what, 20, 30, 40%, 50%, 60%. If I really play my cards right, 60, 70. What you have to do is literally just,
Plus blue light.
yeah, plus blue light as well.
Jeez.
So the shoes practically,
Blue light boys.
because the brands have realised that, well, they've realised too late that they've oversubscribed. So people aren't buying shoes like they were before. The cost of living crisis. Who's got 180 quid to be burning on Jordans every
But
month?
I'll
They're buying
be
different shoes.
I'll be honest, yeah. In terms of the brand situation, at the time of the pandemic, would you have advised them to act differently to what they did? In terms of, they saw that the market was hungry, and bearing in mind, yeah, some of the product that dropped, there was so much of it.
I actually found it weird because you're buying all these shoes. Where were you going?
Exactly. But the brands don't.
No, but where were you going? Literally, you're stuck at home with your 30-minute, half hour, your holiday to the supermarkets to buy your basic essentials, if you could buy anything. But after that,
Maybe
where are
a
you going?
toilet roll run.
Yeah, where are you going? You're not going clubbing. You can't fly,
But I think the pandemic was funny because
just in case.
people there was so much uncertainty around like what would happen after that people were like, okay, cool. If I keep buying nice things for myself, it will help me to keep hope that something will happen. And
The sun will come out.
and it sounds like mad dark, innit? But like, there were points in the pandemic here where you thought like this was it. Like
What do you mean by that?
like you're not going back outside.
Okay.
Like there was some footage that came from Italy, and they were saying how like they feel that there's a second wave of the pandemic
I
coming
can't lie,
out.
but Italy was down bad.
That bad.
Yeah.
And I thought, hey, this planet might be
Let's
done.
not get into it. But Italy was down bad.
Richard Branson, hey, if you can get that plane to go to Mars and you can sort out the air, I might be with you. I might acquire funds for that single trip.
Some of those Travises that you have, you probably fund it.
Hey, so I think that's for that where people are buying stuff on the vanity basis of like, it will keep me motivated to at least keep hope that we'll get out of this.
See, you say that, but I also feel like people were just bored. There was nothing else to do.
Yeah, and they had money to spend.
Nothing else
Yeah.
to bro, like,
Further money on.
Yeah, it was insane then. You know, going for a drop on a Saturday morning, yeah, coming to the TL and flexing your double out people to L's.
Yeah.
Exhilarating stuff. Exhilarating. What?
that period was so funny
How
to
did you do it? No, you're a bot.
me. Like, when you really think
Why is everything Michael does so clean?
no, but it was
Oh my
actually,
gosh, you took an L. You never take L's. Oh my god, bro, you should have told me I'd enter for you.
like,
Hey.
it was kind of weird how Footwear just united everyone. Like,
Hey, in
even
the pain
people
and trouble.
people that normally they wouldn't care about shoes at all.
Yeah.
Bro, it could be fake, be real. It could be blue, it could be pink. Bro, as long as it just
That
gives you
real
it don't
toe
matter.
did so much damage.
And now all of a sudden, every Saturday, you're seeing it's
Every
like,
Saturday we're linking up on the timeline.
fam. It was,
Union. You know what? You know what? You know what really
Who
stressed me
cooked?
out? Yeah,
Who cooked?
it was when the big collabs would drop, and because everyone's eyes were on the same screen, no raffle was safe.
Yeah.
I remember I copped my first pair of Jordan 4s on Beastin, 2018, cool grey 4s, and they were sitting. And I always say, like, to put into context of the decision I was making, it was between Puma RSXs and Jordan 4 Cool Rays. That was...
I said Nissan Micra and Porsche.
That was the... literally. And I was on the phone with my friends, I was like, yes, like, what shoe should I get? What size should I get? I was like, I haven't had Jordan 4s before. Which one should I buy? I even got a half size down because I didn't know.
Oh, damn. Man,
And
then
then-
gave up the Taycan. Nissan Micra.
And then 2 years later, yeah, when I was fighting with all of these people.
Do you know what? Nissan Micra is a great car.
RSX is a great shoe.
It's a great shoe. Sturdy, reliable.
At the time, the RSX had
It was a big boy.
Yeah.
Full of exclusive.
Transformers one. That big.
Yeah, man. They had weight. and then I was like, yeah, you know what? Let me get the Jordan 4s. And then, what? 2 years later, we're in the pandemic now. And I'm trying to pick up, I don't even know if it was an SB or a 4 of some kind. Union 4s were there. The Off-White 4s were there. A man's fighting with these random people, and I'm seeing people that have never entered for Rafa before saying,
Winning.
hey, I won them, by the way. What do you mean by that, bro? Bring them here.